OG, Girl Scout cookies, Alien Dream, Kim Dog, OG Kush, White Widow, Granddaddy Purple, Green Crack, Bubba Kush, AK-47, Trainwreck, Blue Cheese, Lemon Haze, Strawberry Call, Super Silver Haze, Blackberry Kush, Master Kush, Skywalker OG, God's Gift, LA Confidential. Buckle your seatbelt, sit back, and enjoy the ride. All I wanna do is smoke my gas. You hating ass niggas never last. Why y'all busy dwelling on the past? I'm smoking on that pressure, counting cash. All I wanna do is smoke my gas. You hating ass niggas never last. Why y'all busy dwelling on the past? I'm smoking on that pressure, counting cash.
Regular day, this ain't no regular J. This that super unleaded, watch me set it ablaze. I don't even blame you niggas, y'all just set in y'all ways. Don't get jammed up and wake up with a tech in your face. This a marathon, Slim, don't get left in the race. Trump bitch ass, wanna see the death of my race. I'm a OG, that G.O. Sour smelling like B.O. Matrix loud, no Neo. Lane pop with my amigo. You can't blaze what I puff, nigga. You used to that huff, nigga. Lemon haze had them stuck, nigga. Baby lungs can't fuck with ya. I'm in the building like fuck the system. I'm puffing ism, I'm a fucking menace. Cause I slumped the witness. When I smoke, don't get you high, so nigga mind your fucking business. Slow down. My bad, in high school I was in high class. Graduated with a 3.5. Now the teachers buy my gas. Ride past 12, middle finger erect. Fuck 'em. DC Pharma got a new strain, so we gon' puff it.
All I wanna do is smoke.
What up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the DC Pharma Show. And of course, as always, got my co-host with me right here, A1 Doughboy and Dean Poop on IG. So make sure y'all give them a follow if y'all don't already, especially if y'all looking for that fire.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And why I mentioned that, what's this again?
Man, the flavors definitely in right now. Oh, this right here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some Candyland cookies.
Candyland cookies. That's what's up.
I
Me
got some
over
King
here,
Louis. I got some Alien OG.
I'm still smoking on this unicorn piss a little bit over here, right?
I been smoked that shit.
I was sleeping on it though when I first heard the name and shit. You know, when it was first came out, man, unicorn piss. What the fuck is that, man? So excuse my language, but you know, I was sleeping on it. It's actually good, man. It's actually good. So whoever did that strain, man, they did the thing with them.
Shit.
How about your Candyland, man? What is hitting on?
Oh yeah, this shit.
Oh, you said Candyland or Candy Cookie?
Candyland cookies.
Candyland cookies.
Yeah.
Okay.
This pressure right here.
Pressure. So what people
Beautiful.
don't for people that don't understand the terminology pressure, man, go ahead and break that down for them.
Well, you know how you get that strain that you just want to keep smoking and want to keep smoking, and when you hit it, it make you sweat. I'm talking about that joint had your armpit soap. That's that pressure.
Yeah, man. How about you, Dan? What you smoking on over there?
Got some gasoline over here.
Oh, you still got that gasoline?
Yeah, same thing.
What I say last week, Dane don't never know what he's smoking, but he keeps some gas.
When I do know, I know.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Some 93.
Yeah.
Yeah, this some alien right here.
Today's show is gonna be real nice off the hook. We got special guests with us today, or a special crew with us today. Plant genetics. Oh, how do you say? Is it genetics or genetics?
It's plant genetics.
Okay, plant genetics. Because I ain't want to say that wrong on IG. It's plant genetics. So we're gonna definitely have them stop through in a little bit, and so they could break down their process of they solving this. You know, just talk solving this. So, you know, I'm not going to say break down the process because everybody don't want to give you the secret sauce. But we're going to get a little bit into detail about, you know what I'm saying, concentrates and stuff like that, the benefits, the downfall. And like me, I really do like to concentrate. But I'm still, and let me know how y'all feel about it. I'm still kind of old school. I like to smoke. That's what I'm used to, right? But I had to concentrate before. It was a good experience. It definitely will get you there. But as far as me, like I'm still on the fence, which I'm going to do and I'm going to jump in. But as far as me turning the majority of my crop into actually concentrate, I haven't made that move yet, man. So I don't know. How do you feel about those kind of situations, man? And the only reason I haven't done that move, let me before I cut you off. The only reason that's I'm not educated enough about it in the returns. You know, sometimes you hear you get good returns, sometimes you hear you don't get good returns.
But I definitely know about that aspect.
So go ahead, tell me how you feel about it then.
I mean, I would take half of my grow and go in with it because you gotta look at it. I look at it everything in dollar signs. You know what I'm saying? So is no way you gonna take a loss when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, extraction, because you gotta think about it. I sell a 7 right now on the streets. What they want 7 right now?
Oh, you talking about on a concentrate?
Yeah, no, I'm talking on flour. Just
on
flour,
flour?
period.
Yeah.
Yeah, flour with some gas. I mean, 7 with some gas.
What, the indoor?
He said what they
I mean, if you want to break it down to that ratio, we could do that indoor and outdoor.
I don't know. You probably looking at what, $70, $80 or something? Was that too low?
And what you want for a gram? And what you want? And what you want for a gram of wax?
At least 100. Depends.
But I'm just saying though, it's around the same ratio, right?
Yeah.
And it takes 7 grams of wax to make a gram of what? I mean, it takes 7 grams of flour to make a gram of what?
Depends, honestly.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it depends on the.
Fire out.
Yeah, I'm just saying though. It just look
so
at
you looking
your,
at it from a point of view from a grams perspective. So you saying it?
And how many times have you ever heard that on wax and some huff?
I didn't know that. I didn't know it took like 7 grams to make a gram. So that's like
a gram of wax.
That's where you start your figures from or something?
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll talk to the experts about it a little bit later.
Yeah, we could do that too, but that's where I started my figures from when I started pushing my buzz, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, man, but I do know, I like I said, all positive about it, but I'm still a person that loves it.
But you got to think about the money aspect at the end of the day too, because it's
model,
like you doubling your money versus what you gonna make selling flour. You know what I'm saying? You gonna double your money.
Okay, but
because a lot.
All right, so let's just say money aside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like to use the concentrates? Would you prefer concentrates over flour?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All day.
I gotta give like my man.
All day. And the reason why I say that is because no matter the strain, it could be some bullshit. I had some purple cookies that was some bullshit my man sent down here from Cali. When I say it was some cold garbage, man, I pressed that shit out to some wax. When I say everybody was geeking for it then versus flour, they wanted the wax form.
Yeah. I mean, nah, don't get me wrong. It's still like that out here now, man. Like it's definitely a boom and saying out, man. Everybody on it, man. For real.
Yeah.
I'm just like taking like, man, I don't know. Every time I hit that shit, boy, that shit open your chest wide the fuck open, man.
Gotta get you right.
He said, "Gotta get."
But I gotta get like my man, Exclusive Chief. He be walking around with the little puff code joint.
You know, he's just burnt out. He's just burnt the hell out. That's all that is.
Hey, Slim,
there's no way
he got that joint on call.
He got a whole little
electric.
And he got the suitcase to come with the joint too. You know like, I know he watching.
Yeah, man, even if you like for real, though, I gotta give me one of them joints because that's one of the other reasons that I don't do concentrate as much. Cause to me it's not as convenient. You know, you gotta bust out the rig, heat the joint up and all that.
Yeah,
you know
but you
what
ain't
I'm
gotta always do that all the time.
Not with the puff code now. Like, I see dudes be walking around like
you ain't even gotta do that. You wipe your ass. Just wipe it on the sheet or wipe it on. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know how you wipe your ass? You gotta wipe the same way, the same concept. Wipe it on there. Put the weed in there. You know what I mean?
Oh, you talking about in the rollout?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how you like? Yeah, you like rolling? Yeah.
I like rolling up because see, you gotta think about it. You use less wax because you only gotta put like a little line that's gonna spread on its own. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, that's a whole nother different type of class right there.
I love smoking wax.
People like calling the little spider legs and all that other shit. I
love smoking wax, man.
Yeah, but that's what it look like the industry's going towards anyways, man. Eventually, man. Well, it's already there, to be honest.
Yeah, they got all this bullshit out here. I go to wax too, cause so they convert. I'm converted too. Yeah, I'm moving with the time zone. For real.
But nah, I know a few. Also know a few growers that when they first started growing, it was all about producing the best flowers and looking flowers and all that to show to make sure it looks good and bag appeal for them. But now, a lot of these gardeners are taking at least 80% of their garden and just using it for all concentrates or edibles. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I guess they're following the trend that's happening right now, the explosion like with edibles and concentrates. Because to be honest with you, man, it seems like a lot of people prefer some of those methods.
I don't see why not, man.
How about you, Dane? What you like?
I like smoking. You know what I mean?
So
I ain't got time for the heating up and all that shit, man. I just got rolled up and get straight to it.
And
But see, the high difference though. Like you want to be high as fuck, or you just want to be high. Like there's a difference.
Now, what's that say? Unorthodox but addictive. Unorthodox but addictive on the chat right now. He said wash and press. Now, what's the difference? Do you know? I don't know. Do you
say what?
What's the difference between wash,
Press.
rosin,
Rosin.
bubble hash? In other words, let's say bubble hash.
Oh yeah, I know the yeah, definitely know the
Let's just say bubble hash and just straight up press.
I like shatter, man, because you could actually play with it.
But
You know
shatter is made using I don't know if I'm
What,
correct in
butane?
saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
DHO.
Yeah, but some people, you know, I mean,
Not to say nothing's wrong with it,
each his
because
own.
according to how shatter is
you can
made,
give me-
it's used with BHO, but it's also baked off.
you give me shatter or you could give me some crumble. I like either or. Like I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the crumble is like it really like cookie crumble. Like you really.
You seen the sugar?
Yeah, definitely.
I was tripped out by
I haven't
that.
smoked it. I had smoked.
No.
some-
I don't think you're supposed to smoke it though. Don't smoke it.
Oh no, I was
I
about to say
think it's like
had-
real sugar, like crystallized sugar or something, man. THC infused sugar.
No! I ain't seen no sugar.
Yeah, man.
I thought you was talking about they got some they got some clear wax out here.
Yeah, that's that THC. What's it called? THC.
With distilling.
Nah, not the distilling.
Oh, I'm about
You
to
talking
say
about the
they-
white shit that
Yeah,
look
that
like
shit.
crack.
Yeah. The CBD.
Hey, Rodrigo, what's that
CBDs?
called?
Yeah, I'm about to
THC.
say CBDs.
Is it A or C? I don't know. Is it THCA?
It's
Yeah.
white.
It's white. Yeah, it's white.
Man.
CBD isolate too.
And CBD isolates.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Isolate. Yeah. Somebody else
Okay.
in chat said isolate. That shit
Okay.
look like coke to me, man. I ain't
Man,
even trying to be
slim.
funny, dog.
Like,
Don't sniff.
they don't sniff it.
Do not sniff isolates.
Hey, look.
I was just warned. But I don't know, but be honest, man, then now people dabbing this shit, so you gotta be careful with that. Somebody might slip a motherfucking rock up in your shit, man. He talking about this shit got me high. Did y'all ever be worried about that shit?
I mean, nah, that's why you gotta know who you smoking with.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always smoke. I'm always smoking by myself. So
This is why I
Like-
prefer rolling
Well,
up.
look,
Like,
all
whenever-
right, let me ask you this. When the pop-ups was jumping out this joint, when they was really jumping, motherfuckers was in line and shit to fucking line up and...
I was out there passing out my Let's Grow DC
But
card.
you know, nah, when they had their bongs out, lining up, and so letting everybody get rips. And it was lines.
Oh yeah.
It was lines, right?
I-
and everybody
I-
lined up behind but the next person. And as soon as that person finished, the next person come get a rip. Then the next person come get
Don't
a
wipe
rip.
it off.
Man, that shit used to blow me like shit. People would not wipe that shit off. And you had a pop-up event. This is when the pop-ups was jumping in D.C. And it was lines. I mean lines, Slim. Like you had
see me
people,
put my
random
lips
ass
on.
people behind each other, and
Everybody
won't nobody.
kissing that
I'm going in there by
nobody
my
wipes
own
that.
grams just so I could smoke by my lonely. You know what I mean? Catch me at the bar, give me a Patron margarita. All
But that dabbing shit get you bent though, Slim. For
Yeah.
real, it will though, man.
It
It
do.
will get you bent. The only thing, like I said, the only downfall. Maybe I got to get used to it. I don't know, but you see how we smoking right now? You heard me coughing how many fucking times? You feel what I'm saying? Like my chest ain't been like, you know what I'm saying?
see,
Like,
but that's because
that shit be
how-
opening your shit.
You know how the difference is like when you
go
gonna get your car detailed, you let them clean your car. They not gonna touch your car like you gonna touch your car. So that's how it is with that wax. You know what I mean? Like that wax touching everything that the weed not touching.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about, and it go inside your heart. You know, you smoke weed, go around your heart. That
And
shit
it
go
double
inside
smoke,
your heart.
too. It's more to smoke too.
What?
The straight smoke out the vape though. Like anything you hit like that, you get more of the smoke. Get way
I know.
more
I had
fuel.
we had met DC Scrogg at the go kart track, and I got some. I forgot the lady name, but I had got some moon rock from her, some cherry pie moon rock.
Dang.
When I say it crumbled in my fingers, like I couldn't even. Well, I didn't even have a chance to really like examine it. It just crumbled in my fingers, and they left me with a whole J. I sat in a parking lot for an hour and a half. For real, 'cause I had a TV in my car, so I was in there watching
Believe it or
TV
not, man, I
and shit.
haven't had moon rock yet, man. I done tried a lot, but I haven't tried the moon rock shit, man. Been meaning to though. I ain't gonna front. But I gotta find somebody that I could really.
Nah, you gotta.
really,
I'm about to say, yeah, you gotta get some real moon
Yeah,
rock.
man,
All this
'cause you
other
know,
bullshit
yeah.
they got out here.
Yeah.
You gotta get some real moon rock. I done seen somebody bring back some wax that look like mud.
But there's people.
Like-
Don't get me wrong though. The city out here is it's motherfuckers doing their thing, man.
I mean, yeah,
But
no,
you just
nah,
gotta
I
find the
ain't
right
saying
people,
they ain't.
man. But you also gotta shift through the bullshit because there's a lot of people that think they know what they doing and have no fucking clue, man. And then call the shit fucking moon rock and shit, man. Like the price on that shit be too much for me to just grab anything from anybody on that one, man. So I'm just waiting. I'm actually, I'm gonna throw a grower name out there that I'm waiting to try. They I hope they make moon rocks at some point in time. But T9 Flowers on IG. He's a grower out here in DC, and a very good grower, may I add. You know what I'm saying? So I be impressed every time I see his harvest and stuff. But I don't know if he's done it yet, and maybe I missed it. But I'll be excited to see some moon rocks come out of his gardens for sure. But
his flowers look so nice.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that's what I mean. His flowers, his garden, man. Like, yeah, he on point with it, man. And I don't even know. I don't care. I don't know his style of growing or whatever it is, but whatever he's doing, he's got it dialed in. Yeah, he got it dialed in, and he's doing his thing. There's other few growers that I be seeing out there in the city doing their thing. And y'all don't hear y'all probably never even heard me mention her name, but 420 girl. What's her name?
420 girl?
Yeah, 420 girl.
I think
on IG.
I think I'm following her on IG.
I like what she's doing though, man. Cause I like I said, and I said this before, man. But when I first seen her starting out, man, she really started from scratch, Slim.
Yeah.
And now she's fucking with genetics, man.
That's
And
what's
she's
up.
been putting some time in it. You know, like a lot of people say, they do genetics and shit, and they just make seeds and pollinate shit. But she's actually been doing it for a minute now, so I don't want to call her no seed chucker or no pollinate, whatever the phrase be. She's actually doing her homework on this shit, man, and the strains and back frosting them. And man, I like what I see coming out of her, man, from where she started from, man.
Like we always been saying, is a form of art. So you know.
Yeah, man, and
It
she's
takes time.
and I say that to say that from me watching her from the beginning, she really took this shit serious, man. She really took this shit serious and ran with it, man. Now she got her own strains of cannabis, man, and a lot of her strains is, I don't know all of them, but I would say a lot of them starts with Ferrari. Like that's like her name of her strains. It start like, you know, Ferrari this or Ferrari cookies and stuff like that. But I'm definitely anxious at some point in time to actually have some of her strains in my garden as well, man.
That's what's up.
I'm trying to do anything I can to rep what's going on out here in the city, man. Whether you are producing seeds, clones, or whatever, man. Like my next grow, I want it to be from a lot of DC growers or a lot of people out here from the city. You know what I'm saying? I want my majority of my grow to be that. To be honest with you, like at least 80%. Just to see what kind of flavors we kicking out. Don't shake your head. I want to see what we growing out here. I want to grow it and see what's going on out here, man. Ain't nothing better than to actually test it out.
I'm with you, but I don't say 80%.
What you say?
I say 60.
60, at least 60.
Because there's a lot of other genetics.
Oh,
or
indeed.
people like other farmers out here. At
Indeed.
least two more that I want to try myself too.
Who's that?
I want to try Mendo Dope. I want to try some of their seeds. What's his name? Mr. Green Thumb.
I didn't know they had
Wanna
their
try
own
some of their
seeds, man.
seeds.
Mendo Dope. I just thought they mainly fucked
They
with
got
Humboldt Seed Organization.
They got that Mendo. They got that Mendo breath. They got
Shit,
Mendo
they got
Diesel.
everything right now.
They got Mendo Thin Man too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll write this shit up.
That's news to me, man. I mean, I followed them, but I not follow them, but I knew of them, but mainly because of the music situation.
See, now, I
you know what I'm
subscribed to
saying?
their YouTube, and I was watching. I was actually on their growing. You know, before I found out about they was doing.
No, and I know they grow. They grow some fucking trees. They don't even grow regular plants. If you live in Cali, you fucking lucky.
I started watching when I first started growing. When they first grew, got hit by the FBI.
Oh yeah,
And,
but they still growing though.
yeah, they found another spot.
Yeah, they shit. Them
moved.
motherfuckers still, like I said, they grow trees though, man. Them motherfuckers grow
Yeah,
trees
they grow,
like shit.
they
man.
grow. They do monster grows. That's what I like. That's what I'm trying to get into, man. That
We don't
motherfucker
got the
monster
weather for
grow.
that shit out here, Slum.
Super
know.
crops.
We don't. That's one thing I realized as a gardener out here. It'd be hard pressed for in our region to grow them big ass trees that they grow out there in Cali, because we don't have the time period and the sun strength to actually carry them plants to that stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my only regret about being out here, boy. Because if I was in fucking Cali or
Yeah, that's what
Pacific Northwest, Oregon, y'all motherfuckers wouldn't even be fucking with me, man. I'd be crushing that shit out there.
Oh,
For real, for real.
But
But you know, we got to deal with what we got to deal with out here, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to work what we got, and that's what we at now. That's where I'm at now, anyway. So and with that being said, like right now I'm working on the fucking drying room because I want my curing or my drying process to be on point.
right.
You know, since we talking about growing right quick, ain't no point of you growing this whole plant for fucking 4 to 5 months, smelling them beautiful ass smells and shit.
Oh man, and then fuck your whole grow out.
And come harvest. Ignore the shit. I'ma just hang it. I'ma just hang it and dry it for 7 to 10 days.
I know the feeling, man. I definitely know the feeling.
Then you walk in the next day, shit smell like hay.
I know
Like,
the
come on,
feeling.
man. Like, I can't stress this enough. It's the same way I stress IPM. If you think about growing from beginning to end. Remind yourself that you're growing this plant and you have to harvest it at some time. Please don't think you can just harvest this plant in your closet
No,
or anywhere in the bathroom or whatever. You have to be mindful of your environment, because all that hard work that you did
but you know how
could be
you gotta
lost just
really
like
look
that.
at your plants though. You gotta look at your plants and the aspect of a female.
Well, a female that you like.
Yeah.
A female that you like.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a female that you hate,
I'm,
yeah.
saying, I'm just saying, as in a female, because you know, ladies they gotta watch their PMs. A lot of them be
pH
watching. They watch
levels and shit.
watch what they eat. You know, they intake. You know, that's the same thing with the plants. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, all that comes with the environment. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But-
even with the drying, like, conditions, and this is all I'm trying to say. A lot of people just think they just, even the first time growers or whatever, because I'm at fault for this. You know
Oh,
what I'm
man.
saying? That it's that the curing or the drying and the curing
never-
process, a lot of people don't put enough thought into it the same way that they don't put enough thought into the IPM regimens.
See, like I had never had no problem with the curing. It's always came to like disinfect, like with the bugs, like you know what I'm saying?
IPM, yeah,
yeah.
IPM.
So that's how I came with the regimen with the cake mix.
All right, so when you was like, just look at it as your girl.
Yeah.
Okay, no. So let's look at IPM. Let's just switch back to IPM right quick. Look at IPM as when you taking care of that girl, you got to make sure she take a shower every day, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
So it's the same way you're looking at IPM. You got to make sure.
I mean,
the
I
plant
ain't
is
watching
clean.
no grown ass woman though. You like,
Man,
you better
look,
make sure
that's
you
one. That's
better
one
make
bitch.
sure you wash
That's
that
one
junk.
bitch. You better wash
You
up.
better make sure you wash that junk.
'Cause
Especially
look,
before I get there.
And I'm a prime example, and I'm not trying to hit, and I'm trying to sit here and toot my own horn, but I'm a prime example of IPM. All through veg, my whole concentration at least 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh, I know. You was
It's
sweating on IG
IPM.
about it.
IPM.
You was sweating on
IPM.
IG.
Since I flipped into flour, I have done nothing. Nothing. I haven't even introduced predator mites. I have done nothing. Because the plant
them
is in
motherfuckers
super
work,
health
too.
condition to fight off any pest that might even try to attack the plant.
And what was those things you had in these? You had croakers.
What?
What would you say frog? What type of frog? What type of frogs you had in there?
Oh man, that wasn't no real frogs. That's just music I be playing
Oh,
sometimes
for
in the
real?
background for the
Hey,
plant.
look, I'm like, man, this nigga say he got what?
Nah, not croakers, coke, man. Croakers a fish, man.
Oh.
That's why I
What I'm saying, what type of frogs you say though?
It's coqui.
Oh,
it's
coqui.
It's a
Oh,
frog.
alright.
It's a frog native to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay,
that's like
okay.
a representation.
Nah,
Other
because I
half
know
of
you
me,
said
you
something
know
about
what
some
I'm saying?
frogs though. You hear me?
And so yeah, that's called el coquille or coquille. You know, it's hard to say it in English or whatever. That's what it is, man. That and I play that sound because that frog you hear, like I said in Puerto Rico, it's native to Puerto Rico. Yeah. So as soon as evening start, you know, as soon as the sun start to go down, not even all the way, but then that's what you hear all day and all night, man. You'll hear them frogs. Like they sound like birds to a lot of people, but they're frogs. And if you live out there, if you ever been to Puerto Rico,
what you think about frogs in a grow though?
Perfect thing. I'm actually thinking about getting a fucking lizard.
Yeah.
Nah, see, no,
no.
They eat. They are vegetarian. Like they
that's a certain kind of lizard I'm getting.
Okay. I'm about to say, yeah, you gotta watch them.
It's called
eat leaves. And
I'm gonna fuck the name up, and if somebody out there know what it is, it's called the Argentina.
Tego.
Tego, yeah. See, you know.
Oh yeah, you know I'm a lizard man.
Argentina
that's my
Tego.
Shit.
I'm the
so,
man.
Yeah, that's my shit. That's what
I'm actually planning on getting that in the future for my garden since I got like a big room.
You gonna get blue tongue?
Huh? Yeah.
Blue tongue.
Yeah.
You know what
not only that, but they cool as shit, man. They tame as fuck, man.
Yeah, it's just it's related to the Komodo dragon though.
Yeah, so if any of y'all don't know what we talking about, look them up, Google it, man. The Tego, not the Colombian one, the Argentina Tego, man. The colors on that motherfucker is beautiful.
I believe it's Tegus or
Tegu. Oh, Tegu, yeah, Tegu. The Argentina Tegu. That motherfucker's beautiful, pretty as hell. They get big as fuck, but they friendly. They cool, man.
It's a snake with legs.
Them jokes cool as shit, man. They don't even worry about them jokers biting you, man. They might smack you with their tail or something.
Shoot. My next like bearded dragons, they cool. What's the I mean, don't get me started naming lizards, man. I start naming.
But
shit,
you know that's coming down the line when this will actually be my first fucking run in my greenhouse. But I think it's actually big enough now that I can start playing from now on, you know, with shit like that. I thought I did play with the concept of having the frogs in there from Puerto Rico, but they're so specific to the region that they won't survive in my garden at all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can get some geckos.
I don't like geckos, man. I had them Jones coming up, man. Them Jones be blowing me. They don't do shit.
The Torque geckos? You tripping.
They pretty, but they just
Them Torque geckos. You need to go and watch YouTube and watch the Torque gecko. Them Jones serious. Them Jones get big too. Them Jones ain't no bull. Them Jones serious, man.
Yeah. I like shit like that. But I don't know, man. But to get back with the garden thing though, right? But trust me, y'all, and to all my growers out here in the city, man, the same effort that you put into growing your plant should be the same effort that you should put into your drying cycle. In other words, have a spot in mind already where you plan to hang your plants. See how you could control the environment, your temperatures, your humidity. Definitely have a constant airflow coming through. You don't want no moldy weed. And a lot of people, for some reason, they see mold and think it's trichomes. It's not. This is very, very important, man, for any grower out here. That time and effort that you put into your garden, man, could be fucking destroyed. I mean, trust me, I know I've been there. I've been there a few times till I finally started taking that shit serious, man. Like,
I've been through it once.
Huh?
I've been through it once.
Nah, I mean, you know, sometimes it takes a few slips and falls.
Yeah.
Especially like y'all hear me talk about IPM all the time. It's for a fucking reason, man.
Yeah, we see.
It's for a fucking reason. I've been through that shit more than once too, man. Slim, that shit will stress you the fuck out, young. Especially when you see the shit in flower, doing a big growth, and you start to see fucking webs and flower. And once you see the webs, you know it's too late. They all this fucking shit that they got in these products that they got, clean green and kill mites and all that other shit. Slim, if you got fucking webs in your garden drawing flowers, ain't a miracle gonna save that shit, man. You can run it out. A lot of people do, and I understand you trying to save your finances, get some of your money back for the money that you put in. And I understand people are not gonna cut their gardens down, even though they know they should. Some people actually do this shit. But like you said, even if you got a big grow and mice hit you, they're not gonna cut that shit down. So for a lot of people that think y'all I'm an organic grower, and I'm telling you, I'm not self-righteous enough to know that I haven't smoked some bullshit before. You know what I'm saying? So it's real important, man. If you want to stand out as a grower of this, especially us out here in DC that got a lot of tents and a lot of people growing and shit, just because you're growing it don't mean you're going to have that fire. The only way that you're gonna grow that fire is paying attention to detail, from start to finish. Paying attention to detail. Because if you try to ignore, because if you try to ignore one, thinking it's not as important as the other, you're not gonna succeed the way you want to growing this plant.
Man, that's why it's best to know the difference between sativas and indicas and hybrids. Cause I not read them motherfuckers.
But we're gonna take a 2-minute break. Quick song, right quick. We're gonna be back with our guests. We're gonna have them lined up over here, and we're gonna talk about some extracts. We'll be back, y'all.
I want to grow my own shit. Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, DC Pharma Show. Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma. Shay! Used to get my piece from AZ. Mary Jane is the case that they gave me. Trips from the West Coast stop real fast. DC Pharma show the masses how to grow grass. No till the method, be attentive, slow learner. The raw sheets turn that gas to a slow burner. Big Worm got the strains in variety. Jeff Sessions trying to fuck up the society. Cannabis community, rise up, eyes up. Fight for your right to light or eye shut. Loud from the motherland. I'm getting high in stadium. Super gas, no clone, it grown with vibranium. Trichome chasers, council of the grower. Self-sufficiency, that's how we need our smokers. Alien dream turn Girl Scouts into soldiers. Smoking doja. Contact if you come closer. Every Monday, 10 to 11 p.m. Focus on that grow, watch the show with your BM. Comedy, but interviews real lit. The DC Pharma Show, educate real shit. The DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma Show. Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma Show. Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma Show. Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma Show.
Heavenly Ocean, Girl Scout cookies, Indian Dream, Kim Dog, OG Kush, White Widow, Granddaddy Purp, Green Crack, Bubba Kush, AK-47, Trainwreck, Blue Cheese, Lemon Haze, Strawberry Cough, Super Silver Haze, Blackberry Kush, Master Kush, Skywalker OG, God's Gift, LA Confidential. Buckle your seatbelt, sit back, and enjoy the ride. All I wanna do is smoke my gas. You hating ass niggas never last. Why y'all busy dwelling on the past? I'm smoking on that pressure, counting cash. All I wanna do is smoke my gas. You hating ass niggas never last. Why y'all busy dwelling on the...
All right, y'all, we back, and we got our guest for the night. Please introduce yourself and the, I guess, the company y'all representing or whatever.
All right, we're Plantgenics, but Plantgenics is a group of hash makers where we all come together for the greater goal. And here are my partners.
Yo, I'm TDK Extracts. Part of the Plantgenics team. The third along is Seb, and then One Hit Wonder. They brought me along. Then we got Capital Skunk over here too to add to the team.
Yeah, I just came on the team recently. I think it was almost like a month ago. Did our first watch together like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely know Capital Skunk because he had a show on Listen Vision before called the Hash Hour. So you know what I'm saying? So definitely got a good crew there now.
Good man.
What made you guys actually come together and form this collaboration, man? You know, and how did you guys get into solventless extraction?
All right, so I started Plantgenics with a few buddies of mine back in 2015. And I was actually working with a lot of the people in legislation. As soon as I-71 passed, we were just like, let's get going exactly on what we want to do and something that we want to bring to the market. And it was solventless extractions. First, it was just doing flower rosin and just doing all different types of flower rosin, multiple, grow operations that we worked with here in DC locals, and then also just pressing some stuff from our own grow. And then time goes by, and then the team switches up a little bit. And then I ended up, meeting One Hit Wonder. And One Hit Wonder and I had, very similar goals. And, the path that we both wanted to go on was, in the same direction. And we just decided over the course of a few months when I was up in Massachusetts, washing over there. And, as soon as I came back, we just, got the ball together and we just started running real hard. And then time goes by a little bit further, and that's when we met Brad over here, TDK Extracts, and we all linked up together because we, realized that instead of, fighting for the food here that we have available, let's all eat together. And, that was, the real thing that I wanted to see, that, what we could do is just all eat together and make sure that none of us are, competing. And then, Rodrigo came along, and that's where we are today, working together to make hash for Washington, D.C. and the DMV area, hopefully in the future, and Maryland and, all the others tri-state area. But, right now you can find us here and, just get us to wash for you. But that's what we do.
That's cool. And that with that Maryland, to chime in on that Maryland thing, that's coming real soon. Because I just saw an article on Maryland said they're going to do way better than what they expected. And projected to make over $100 million in sales just off of cannabis. And that's only on the medical side. So for anybody that think Maryland is not going to go legal and recreational, it's going to happen sooner than anyone thinks because there's so much money on the fucking table, man.
Yo, I saw that article. I was completely flabbergasted.
Maryland tried to crush it. But if you think about it, it makes sense because Maryland is huge, man. As a state, Maryland is huge. And it's like you said, even DC not being that big and all, but if people come together, like you said, man, if you form like Voltron, you're indestructible, man. And I know you guys know what you're doing because like I said, you got somebody on the team that I know has been working with rosin and all that stuff for a minute now. So, but for people like me that like to smoke, how do you reel them in? Like, how would you reel me in to press my garden? Because I'm still on that 2080 flower side instead of the 2080 extract side.
Well, what you got to think about is you can kind of mix the old school with the new school because you can wash into hash, and if you don't press it all, put some of that hash in your blunt. No, it's like an older school type of smoke, not like the new crave where you're stabbing, heating up the nail. You just, so you don't press all that hash, keep some personal for yourself, and then you got your old school way to smoke with also making concentrates with it,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And
so that blunt has some hash in it too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So with the what you would say with vapes, will you use? Is it better to use solventless with vapes, or how does that work with vape? Because I see people use solventless. I see people use distillates, and other people just like me personally. I actually tried it. I didn't like it. I tried to make it some infused e-juice. I really didn't care for it too much. It didn't work out too great. So, what would be the best way of using a concentrate, in the vape form, or is it good to use?
You mean like in a cartridge type form, or?
Yeah, cartridge.
Well, I mean, you can go with distillate. It's the most common way. A lot of people are trying to mess around with rosin carts right now. No one's really perfected it, I don't think, yet. I think some people on the West Coast are starting to get a hang of it, but I don't think any real lines have really come out, to my knowledge. I could be wrong on that though. I don't get all my information from over there.
There's
Is
a-
that-
there's a
is that
few.
why,
There's a few.
The puff code is so popular though, because I see a lot of people actually use that to smoke their rosin out of and stuff like that.
Yeah, Puffco's just an on the go, just an on the go rig that people don't have to worry about if
Yeah.
it gets messed up, they'll replace it and stuff like that. So since concentrates are on the rise, everyone's gonna want one because everyone wants to smoke it on the go.
And they market it towards dabbing, so that's what the market is.
Well, they need to give me some sponsorship money, because I done said their name about 3 times here tonight.
Yeah, no, carts are crazy. I mean, they just released recently as well that carts alone are $1 billion industry, and they could withhold like the whole cannabis industry and like hold
Definitely,
it down.
because I have been doing my research on that, and like I said with gardeners now, like they're using at least 80% of the gardens to turn into some sort of concentrate or
Yeah.
edible forms now.
You want to know why?
And a lot of them are being contracted out, but yeah, go ahead.
Because
tell me, man.
a lot of big growers don't have time to cure. So they're like, you know what? We don't have a month and a half to cure. We don't have 2 weeks to cure. We're just gonna freeze it all and we're gonna run it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, why do you think you see so many like Mario carts and like Dant carts?
Now,
But I
what's
heard-
the
I
deal
heard-
with that? Yeah,
All right,
go
so
ahead.
I mean, there's a whole list. I mean, I could like give it to you some other time, but I
So
mean,
what's the best one? I heard Mario Kart. Was
The ones that I got, bro.
it just depends. I mean, honestly, it's the rosin carts. I mean, there's a lot of people out on the West Coast that are doing solventless carts.
Right.
I mean, there's like bootleg extracts. There's natural dabs.
Yeah,
that's
because
doing it out
anybody
in
can get
LA.
these carts now and actually put whatever in them and say it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess they're calling them fake.
Oh, the CBD analogs and THC analogs that are coming in from China. You got to be careful with those.
So
Because
they putting all that
there
on the
are
boxes
there are
and all that
literally
too?
I get hit up on IG all the time. Chinese companies who are trying to hit me up and sell me pre-filled THC carts from China.
I mean, but it's easy. I mean, the whole thing is some people, all you got to do now is just get a liter of some distillate. Then you get a magnetic stir, and then you just start filling up carts. I mean, that's
true bill, 'cause that's like
that's
I
what
said,
it is.
Yeah,
I tried
it's
to
really
infuse
easy.
e-juice.
It's
All
really
you,
easy.
man, you fill a syringe up and fill them little things up. That's it.
Yeah,
I just
But-
gave a bunch of people's tech away.
That's why it's
Yeah.
a good. That's why it's good to deal with people like y'all that's actually trying to make a brand and a
Yeah,
label
most
for what's going on, because you want to be aware of what you smoking, man. Some of this shit ain't what it is, man.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you're paying, when the product that should be in there should cost more than what you're paying. Like if you're thinking about it, like if you're getting a half-gram distillate cart for $35, $25, how much distillate is really in that supposed half gram?
Right.
And what else is the side
And what
ingredients
what
that you
else
cutting
what
it
else
with?
is being cut with?
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
of
like
the time,
how much hot dog is like,
yeah, like
in that.
a lot of the carts get cut with VG, vegetable glycerin, and propylene glycol, and sometimes they get cut with oils like coconut oil.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to vape coconut oil. That's just weird.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But it gets put into a lot of vapes. You got to be careful what you're smoking.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those pesticides. Why do you think half of these vapes are being made? Like, they're just gonna turn them into like carts and then sell them to everyone else, because at the end of the day, they weren't able to pass any other like type of tests. So that's just it's what it comes down to. That's why they make carts.
You know what people do with those sick plants? You say they're afraid to cut down. They turn them all into distillate.
Thank you. Yeah. So look, with that being said, like for the average grower out here that's growing 6 plants out of the tent and all that, what would be the expected, like let's say they bring their harvest to you, whether, let's say a pound, 2, whatever they get out of the 6 plants, what would be the expected return?
Depends how well they grew it.
So now what does that, what would your criteria be for well returned?
Well, there's theories that it's all strain dependent, as in some strains just aren't going to spit well. Like people have pheno hunted certain strains, and even the phenos aren't spitters, so people just don't wash for them. So I guess you can find guides online, but
Okay, so look, I hear what you're saying. So with the strains, I have a grape box, greasy, slimy like.
yeah.
Then right next to it, I have a Palpatine that's very sticky.
That'll wash so hard.
Yeah.
So which one? That's what I wanted to ask.
Palpatine.
Which one would work better?
The greasier, I find that the greasier is wash better.
They do, and then that you'll get a better return from a strain that's putting out those kind of I guess.
Terpene.
Well,
yeah,
you
terpenes.
literally just named 2 strains though that would really spit. Like both
Oh,
of them
so
would
they
spit.
both would do
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's sticky or kind of
It's
greasy
all
feeling.
yeah. It just all has to depend on like what strains you're going into. I mean, a lot of people think certain things like the average sour diesels will spit really hard, but then you'll have like tangerine strains that won't like spit really hard. And like a lot of citrusy ones won't spit really hard, but a lot of gassy ones will spit really hard. It really depends on like what you're growing. A lot more indicas are gonna do it, but then you have strains that are hybrids like GMO, and GMO like being like a sativa hybrid as well, like will spit like really hard hash though.
Cool.
Maybe won't yield as hard flower wise, but the hash that it spits out like equals out to like what you would get.
Now this is what I really want to know: is there a curing process after a wash or a press?
So are you talking about the dry or like pressing and then curing after pressing?
Okay,
the hash?
let's say if we pressing the plant out for rosin.
Okay, so making the hash and then press it into rosin.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I mean, there's a bunch of different things people do. People, press it straight into the jar and leave it, put it in the fridge. Some people put it on heat. It's all, people are doing a lot of experiments right now. So it's all what consistency they're trying to get
But
at the end.
you
is
can
what they're
smoke
doing
it
for.
straight after finish smashing, right?
Yeah, you can you
Okay.
can smash it and then dab it right after
Now,
that.
what do you guys know about the jar tech? Now that you say there's a lot of things out there. What's up with the jar tech?
I mean, I haven't had a lot of I mess around with flower rosin with it, but I don't have the amount of material to like fill up a jar and jar tech anything. But so I really don't have a
But
solid
what is
opinion
it
on
supposed
yet.
to be about? What is the jar tech?
So
Why does that make anything different?
So, I mean, in my opinion, I'm on the boat right now where the jar tech really doesn't matter to me
Yeah.
because right now I would honestly just, take it as soon as I'm, done pressing it out and then I'm just going to package it up. Because at the end of the day, like, why would I reheat rosin that's already perfectly fine the way it came out? I mean, I understand like some people want like a new consistency, like that buttery, like almost batter consistency.
Right.
But I mean, I could achieve the same thing through cold cure.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing is a lot of people don't realize that there's a whole like west and east right now like, going on with a lot of hash makers,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're trying to figure out like what's the best consistency between like the jar tech with heating it up or like the jar tech with cold cure.
Okay. I mean, that's cool, man. We definitely running out of town, man.
Oh,
We
yeah,
get to
and-
running our mouth. Oh, and please, can you put up that flyer up for me, man? Check this. You guys need to go check this class out. You might see these gentlemen here for sure.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You might want to check them out, man. You might want to see what they talking about, and that is tomorrow. You see it right there. If you are in the neighborhood, if you're in D.C., Maryland, or Virginia, please make your way up there.
Man, fuck VA.
I feel you on that. But make your way there, man. They're in a good spot, great location. And obviously it's gonna be some hash there. So some solventless for y'all to try out, and it's gonna be some good people there. And it's gonna be some, I shouldn't be saying this, but it's gonna be some fire there, y'all. Yeah. Some straight up fire, whether you like flower or solventless. Check this class out. Reach out to them on IG, and please tell the people how they could reach out and how y'all could do business with people.
Yeah, Instagram TDK extracts, TDK period extracts.
Say it one more time.
TDK period extracts.
It's Capital Skunk at Capital Skunk.
Yeah, and follow us over at plantgenics
There you go.
__.
Make sure y'all go follow Plant Genetics.
And then also go follow at One Hit Wonder Extracts.
Yeah, definitely, man. These dudes are definitely coming together to do good things. I don't see nothing but their team probably getting bigger and better. If you want your shit done right and professionally by people that know what they're doing, man, give them a follow. And make sure y'all, check them out, man, for sure. And tune in. What's it? Next week, right? The Monday? Yeah, I'll be here next week, Monday. As always, make sure y'all tune in to another episode of the DC Pharma Show. I don't know who the fuck weed was this, but between your shit and his shit, y'all got me a little
Oh,
fucked
that's
up.
the hash.
That's a hash, bro. That's a hash.
So, yeah, that's our show for tonight, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having
Chat.
us, man.
If I've been ignoring y'all, I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been a little cloudy, man. That shit had me a little stuck a little bit. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of the DC Pharma Show. We'll see y'all next week, y'all.
Gee, I want to grow my own shit. Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma.